Can you comply with my request?
Where's your water department?
Ma'am, you're totally wrong. This would become a legal matter if you choose to go this route.
Should I go over FOIA law with you?
No, I don't need to do that.
Show me the statute.
Sir?
Can you show me the statute?
Sir.
Who are you? Wait,
What do you mean, who am I?
who are you with?
What do you mean?
I have the right to record, ma'am. I have permission here with me. I'll be waiting for the statute. Thank you.
I'll be waiting for the book, sir.
Ma'am, this is going to turn out a legal matter.
Okay, sir.
This is going to become a legal matter.
Today's video takes us to Chicago, Illinois, where we find a very disturbed young man named GoatBoy. Matter of fact, he's not only disturbed, he's butthurt. He sends 2 or 3 letters a day to YouTube to get Dr. Dave off the platform. He's just so butthurt. He can't stand when somebody talks about him, but it's okay for him to expose everybody he comes in contact with. You're going to learn, boy. Let's all sit back, watch, have a good laugh, and most of all, enjoy GoatBoy! Now this was sent on Saturday, April 19th, and you can see what time there, 1:25 p.m. I wasn't going to do another video today. I already did one on GoatBoy, but since he sent this letter to the mayor, he sent it to the mayor and the police chief where I live in Willoughby, Ohio. Formal update. This is a formal public safety and harassment escalation alert regarding David Coulter, aka Dr. Dave the Beer Professor, and his continuous campaign of retaliation, cyberstalking, racial harassment, and targeted sexual abuse, primarily directed at myself and other independent accountability creators on YouTube. Sexual abuse of GoatBoy? Really? As of today, Mr. Coulter has publicly announced a scheduled live stream at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, April 19th, located on the following link. In this stream, he made clear through past patterns and verbal comments that he intends to escalate his personal attacks against me and others who attempted to file complaints. I like that. Attempted to file complaints, because your complaints are falling on deaf ears. By the way, GoatBoy, this would be a civil complaint. Police take care of criminal complaints. Oh, but you're a YouTube law expert. I forgot. My bad. Continuing on with the letter, it says, display altered, sexually humiliating imagery of myself, including red clown noses, pink lipstick, wigs, digital makeup, overlays, often paired with goats or religiously offensive visuals. Invoke racist and Islamophobic tropes, including the repeated phrase 40 virgin goats, mocking the concept of heaven and deliberately targeting my Middle Eastern background. Well, I wasn't sure you were from the Middle East, but thanks for confirming that because I had no clue. By the way, GoatBoy likes to talk about slander and everything else he can think of in his little warped mind. Yeah, well, hey, you know what? Here's a screenshot from your channel calling me an alleged R word, which I won't say here, and talking about how my students called me that same R word and that I was abused by that. Oh my God, GoatBoy. All the little petty shit that you bring up, and look what you've called me in the past. I never call you these names. But anyway, I digress. Let's get back to the letter at hand. Moving on to page 2. Reference my personal business ventures by name, falsely claiming they are scams and attempting to intimidate or defame my professional identity. Really? GoatBoy has a professional identity? What is it? FOIA Fool of Chicago? Yeah. Publish images of my associates and friends, doxing them without consent and using them to mock my character. GoatBoy has friends? What friends does GoatBoy have besides his goat herd? I'm confused. Somebody help me out in the comment section. What images of his associates and friends do I publish and dox? I didn't know he had any friends and associates. Anyway, mock all formal complaints, especially YouTube's harassment policies, by calling complainants crybabies, bootlickers, or FOIA fools. Well, I don't ever call anybody a bootlicker. That's what you call people. I call you a crybaby and a FOIA fool. You're the FOIA fool of Chicago. Everybody knows that. Encourage mob harassment both online and potentially in person by cultivating an audience that he inflames with his retaliatory rhetoric. Oh, that sounds like a political thing. Doesn't that sound like a political thing? Yeah. Use sexualized language in a repetitive pattern of abuse. Include calling me sweetheart, pretty, despite this clearly being unwanted and deeply humiliating when paired with manipulated images. Ah, sweetheart, did I hurt your little fragile feelings? You are a snowflake, aren't you? My bad. I certainly don't want to hurt your fragile feelings, GoatBoy. Are you going to need a safe space now? Perhaps with a glass of warm goat milk and some warm cookies? Maybe your mama will bake you some. Slim Shady Shade goes on to say, these acts are not jokes or parody. They are targeted, coordinated campaigns of abuse, mockery, and psychological intimidation, all in direct response to individuals, myself included, exercising their right to file platform complaints or engage in lawful First Amendment activity. Well, funny you would say that. That's what I'm doing, engaging in First Amendment activity. And it is a parody, because you're a joke. No doubt about it. And those are some big words. Did you use a dictionary to write this? Or did somebody else write this? Did your mama help you write this? Well, let's see what else do we have here. Documented pattern of abuse. David Coulter has published over 2,500 videos across 3 separate YouTube channels, many of which target me either directly or through visual and narrative suggestion. GoatBoy, I have way more than 2,500 videos, but don't flatter yourself. They're not all about you. These videos include digitally altered images designed to sexually humiliate or feminize me in the context of my Middle Eastern heritage. Racist characterizations associating me with terrorist tropes, animal abuse, or religious stereotypes. Oh my. Constant repetition of harassing catchphrases including Foya Fool, GoatBoy, The Herd, and 1-inch binder clown. Videos released in direct retaliation after each submitted a complaint, often uploaded within 12 to 24 hours of the YouTube complaint filings. The lad is clearly butthurt, and I offered to send him a sample of my butthurt cream at no cost to him, and I guarantee it'll work. He just doesn't want to give me his address. That's okay, I already have his address, don't I? Hey, and let's not forget how he's done Dr. Dave real nasty. Here's a screenshot from his own YouTube channel. Look at that at the top. Look at what it says. Oh, GoatBoy, why do you continue to call me that R word? That's not very nice. Oh, he has me confused with another person in Ohio with the same name, but it's not me, and he knows it. Moving on to page 3 of the letter, his conduct qualifies as sexual harassment under YouTube's community guidelines due to persistent unwanted depictions of sexualized imagery and degrading personal attacks. I don't know about that sexualized imagery. What is that all about? Racial and religious hate speech targeting based on actual or perceived ethnicity, religion, or cultural heritage. Cyberstalking and retaliation, violation of 18 U.S.C. Code 2261A Federal Criminal Code. Oh, that sounds very lawyerly. Platform policy violations, including repeated abuse of public video content to ridicule and harass specific individuals. CC and documentation notice. This letter is being formally forwarded to the following parties to put them on notice of this continuing abuse and harassment: YouTube Trust and Safety, the Mayor's Office, the Clerk's Office, and Police Department of Willoughby, Ohio. David Coulter, a.k.a. Day After Dave, in good faith, to allow him the opportunity to cease and desist. Is that cease and desist or seize and desist? Because he doesn't know the difference. Let's see, I will continue to document, archive, and, that's right, archive, A-R-C-H, archive, and submit each retaliatory video and live stream as further evidence of willful misconduct, especially those that reference previously complaints mock my ethnicity or religion. GoatBoy here wants to be mayor of Chicago one day. Well, he couldn't screw it up any more than Lori Lightfoot or Johnson has. Yeah, Brandon Johnson doesn't care about anything. I could see GoatBoy as mayor one day of Chicago. What do you good people think? Yeah, can't possibly run it into the ground any more than it already is. And instead of a chicken in every pot, everyone in Chicago would have a FOIA form of their very own. Imagine that. Moving on to the fourth and final page here. Let's see. Display doctored sexual or humiliating images. He seems fixated on the sexual and humiliating images. I wonder what those are exactly. I wish I knew. I'd post them a few more times just to make him happy. Encourage others to act in a harassing manner. Oh, I've never done that. People take it upon themselves. Remember, I can't control what the other person does. I can't control that. The video stream scheduled today is being flagged in advance so that all parties preserve evidence for potential legal and prosecutorial review. That is a big word. I will also file an additional complaint immediately after the stream if any harassment occurs, and I will continue doing so every day that this conduct continues. Well, I'll be sure not to disappoint you, sweet thing. You sure got a purty mouth today. Maybe that's sexual harassment when I say that, except I'm saying it to a man, not a woman. Anyway, municipal notice and liability advisory. Ooh, that sounds mighty interesting right there. Liability advisory. That sounds very technical. The city of Willoughby, Ohio, including the mayor's office, city clerk, and police department, is hereby formally notified that each and every incident of ongoing harassment, retaliation, and cyberstalking by David Calder, a.k.a. Dr. Dave the Beer Professor, will be logged and forwarded as official notice to the city government. Ooh, sounds like I'm in deep doo-doo. Once these notices are in the custody and records of the municipal government, they shall serve as documented warnings and may constitute constructive notice or certified knowledge under public duty doctrine. Well, that sounds very lawyerly there as well. If the city of Willoughby and its public officials fail to appropriately investigate or intervene, despite being repeatedly notified of escalating harassment, they may be considered complicit through inaction or neglect in preventing ongoing abuse that has now spanned over 3 years. I wonder if GoatBoy got that from Black's Law Dictionary. Anyway, this record may be cited in future proceedings as evidence that the city was repeatedly placed on notice but failed to exercise its public safety and investigatory responsibilities under color of law. Sincerely, Slim Shady Shade, George Ghanayem, Audit Film. I got something for you to audit, sweetheart. Remember when GoatBoy had a good time when I said, "Yeah, I like you. You can come over to my house and F my sister." And he lost his mind because he thought I really meant it when I was making an inference to Full Metal Jacket movie. Oh, that boy is something else, isn't he? Yeah, I've never seen anybody so butthurt. I have almost 9,000 videos on the platform, not including other platforms. And he's the only person who ever paid any attention to me and tried to get my channel removed. Hey, good luck with that, sweetheart. Let me know how that works out. Well, we don't want to disappoint GoatBoy on tonight's live stream, so we'll be sure to talk about him. I'd like to know what some of those inferences he's making are, though. I mean, the sexual harassment. Is that because I said he had a purty mouth and I put lipstick on him? I mean, is that what the sexual reference is to? Because I have no clue. But not to worry. If you enjoy watching stupid people do stupid things on my channel, please subscribe, because the world is filled with stupid people, and they all migrate here to the YouTube platform to showcase their hidden talents, whatever the hell those might be. And Dr. Day is more than happy to edit those videos and bring them to you so you can have a laugh for the day. No doubt about that. Please check out my other channels, including Dr. Dave, debunker of frauditors and sovsits. Oh, there's plenty of stupid people over there to point and laugh at. And if you need more stupidity, there's my main channel, which has over 6,000 video uploads for your viewing pleasures all day and night. These frauditors just need to find a damn job, but they're too stupid because they have no education or job skills. That's why they're frauditors. Cheers to that, sweetheart.
An ordinances book. Yep, that's correct.
Come again?
Is there any reason why these officers are here?
I got permission.
Sir, you cannot film in here.
Because the information you're providing is unlawful.
I don't want you filming me.
Call the sheriff. I have permission.
I don't want you to film.
Don't get close to me. You want to go that route?
What is the reason for calling the officers here? I want to know what your job title is to see if you're able to assist.
Who are you?
Who am I? Who's the one who called the officers in the first place? Because this may become a legal suit now.
This is transparency.
I'm conducting an audit.
While I wait for the clerk to show me the statute about freedom of information, I need to do an inspection on the town, city, zoning and ordinances book. I have permission. I have permission. I have permission to film here, sir.
Ma'am, please ask your superior before disrespecting somebody of the public. Where's the water department for this town?
Don't yell. I'm talking to you softly. Why are you yelling at me?
Sir, please stop recording me.
Okay, I need to do an inspection.
I understand that. Please stop recording me right now. You do not have my permission to record me.
Okay, is your facility open to the public?
Not currently.
Not currently, okay.
Okay, can you comply with my request?
Where's your water department?
Ma'am, you're totally wrong. This will become a legal matter if you choose to go this route.
Should I go over FOIA law with you?
No, I don't need to see that.
Show me the statute.
Sir?
Can you show me the statute?
Sir.
Who are you with?
What do you mean, who am I?
Who are you with?
What do you mean?
I have the right to record, ma'am. I have permission here with me. I'll be waiting for the statute. Thank you.
I'll be waiting for the book, sir.
Ma'am, this is going to turn out a legal matter.
Okay, sir.
This is going to become a legal matter. Please comply.
Pass. I got to pass.
Along with an inspection on the zoning and town zoning and ordinances book. I'm going to be conducting some business here. I'm going to be recording it.
Ma'am, it's up to you, ma'am. There may be a suit in the court of law for non-compliance. What do you mean who I'm with, ma'am?
I don't know what you want.
I don't know why you're giving me a hard time or a bad attitude.
In order to do an inspection on a book readily available.
All right, ma'am. What's your first name?
How can I help you, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Can you tell me what's your first name?
Who are you?
The budget book, ma'am. I need to do.
I don't have. If you want to have a seat, I'll ask.
Sure, that's fine.
Ma'am, I have permission to film. I have permission. I have permission here. Well, you see, the thing is, my good man.
Anyhow, compliance is the key, folks.
Where does it state that?
Ma'am, I need stamped copies of these FOIA here.
Can I help you?
Yeah, sure, possibly.
I'm acting as press, ma'am. First Amendment.
And I also have permission here with me.
Okay, ma'am, you also have to abide by 2635.101 basic obligations of public service.
Sir, I'm abiding by the statutes. It does not require a name in order to obtain record.
Okay, well, you're talking unlawful. You're talking incorrect. That is not true what you just stated.
Come again?
Very rude.
I'm not rude. It all shows on camera. You're the one who's rude.
Well, anyhow.
No one really cares.
No one really cares?
An inspection, if I wanted to take digital photocopies.
No, you cannot.
Absolutely, I can,
No,
ma'am.
you cannot.
Please comply with the law.
Are you refusing service? Just tell me you're refusing service. Hand me over your business card and you will be hearing from my lawyer. If you go ahead and record, that means you're creating a public record and you cannot delete that off your personal phone. Your personal phone becomes a public record.
That's fine. I'll record it.
Okay, well, sir, there's options to conduct business in person. You can't refer everybody to online. I'm not going to refuse my identification. However, I have not committed any crime. You cannot articulate that I have broken a law. Here's what I will tell you. Ma'am, there's no expectation of privacy in public.
You could just call me sir.
I'd like to file a police report of non-compliance about a employee that works here. Sir, I don't answer any questions.
You don't respect me. Why would
So therefore, I'm not obligated to provide any identification in this matter.
you talk about my wife? What does my wife have to do with anything?
No, I'm not providing an address, ma'am. I'm doing a general inspection.
What does my wife? Why put up a picture and say that's my wife of a goat?
Not in my uniform, however, I do have my clipboard with me. That is not lawful, what you told me.
We're gonna have a ball at your cemetery. We're gonna bring you a rose, okay? We're gonna bring you a rose, and we're gonna say you were dishonorable. He's attached to the affidavit too. He's part of the enterprise. You drew first blood, just like you do with all these auditors. You draw first blood. In the next 3 days, I'm gonna have a criminal enterprise community section, and it's gonna be real well detailed. I got an attorney that's helping me draft it up and write it up. Scumbag. You're just a plain scumbag, man. You want to say why I'm upset and stuff. We're gonna prove that you are breaking U.S. code. If I really wanted to be petty, I would take you to court.